Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles the Bands, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hilarious show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to follow me on IG. My handle is CTABANZ. Follow the channel, also DREAMERSPRO, and check out our podcast we have pinned below. Yo, let me get into this topic here. This got to be one of the funniest moments in a while for me, right? So what happened? Yesterday, there was a very big game in the NBA featuring last year's Western Conference Finals matchup between the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers. So whenever these two teams are going to be facing off, you know it's going to be a primetime game. It was on ESPN, and everyone was tuned in. So there was that aspect of the game. There was another aspect, which was LeBron was 7 points away from scoring, from hitting the milestone of 40,000 points all time. He would become the only player in NBA history to achieve such a feat. The only one. So there was all of that. The cameras were coming in. They were following him. He was saying whatever he was saying. You know, people were hype. There was electricity within crypto.com. So what happens? LeBron comes out in the game, and he's pretty hot from the He was pretty hot from the floor. And I think in the first quarter, LeBron comes out and he scores a quick, let me check, 5 points. So going into the second quarter, I think that's when he ended up breaking the record. And when LeBron broke the record, everyone stood up. Everyone was cheering for him. The Lakers were playing well. They were going into halftime with a 66-58 lead. LeBron was playing well. He had 11 points by the half. He was shooting 50% from the field. He was doing good. So then what happens? We get to the second half of the game. And in the second half of the game, I just had this feeling to myself, which was something told me that the Lakers were going to find a way to lose this game. Something told me this. And as the game was waning on, the more I started laughing. Because the reason I was laughing was because it was turning into a deja vu. What's the deja vu? It seems like whenever there's like a milestone, a personal milestone LeBron is hitting, the Lakers always seem to lose. If you look at when he broke the all-time scoring record with Kareem, they lost that game. If you look at this last game, they lost that game. On the night they unveiled Kobe's statue, they lost that game. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? So they end up losing the game. The Denver Nuggets and these guys, they absolutely start to dominate the fourth quarter. Nikola Jokic was showing why he's the best player in the world. And, I mean, it's him. The best players in the world right now is between Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis. And then I think it's those three dudes, but I still put Nikola Jokic at the top. He was hitting shots yesterday that I was just like, this is absolutely crazy. So the Denver Nuggets go on to win the game. So I go to the channel and I post a bunch of laughing emojis. I didn't leave any comments. I didn't say nothing. I just posted a bunch of laughing emojis. And what happened? A bunch of people started laughing with me. We were all laughing together. It was absolutely hilarious. Why? Because in the midst of LeBron hitting that milestone, the Lakers came out of that game even worse than they were going into that game if we're looking at it from a seeding perspective. Last night, after that Lakers loss, they were knocked down, get this, to the 10th seed in the Western Conference. But nevertheless, the story was LeBron scores 40,000 points. Now, what do I think about the 40,000 points? It's an incredible achievement. It really is. He's the first player to do it. The moment he passed Kareem, every single point he was scoring, he's essentially making history. It is unprecedented to see something like that. But I think there's something that's being lost in all of this. In all of these great individual seasons LeBron is having, his team is not really playing that well. If you look at the Lakers this season, coming into this start of the season and the offseason, almost everyone was saying that the Lakers won the offseason. Almost everyone was saying this. And now you come into the season, we look at it, we're getting ready to start heading, we're in March right now, April's just around the corner, the playoffs isn't far away, and the Lakers are the 10th seed in the Western Conference. And it makes me begin to ask myself the question, what exactly should we be focused on as NBA fans at this point? Should we be focused on the individual accomplishments of LeBron, or should we be looking at the team aspect? That's the first thing. The second question I have to ask myself is the following. All of these stats, all of these great numbers, what is it actually translating into? Because it's not materializing into wins. And it seems like it's no longer really about winning right now. It was about the in-season tournament. It was about last night's game, and the attention to me has solely shifted. It was pretty hilarious to see how much these social media platforms are posting. LeBron scores 40, LeBron scores 4. That's the first. The second part is this, and I got to ask the question. When he did score 40,000, he did get a standing ovation within the Los Angeles Lakers arena. I thought that was a classy thing for Laker fans to do, right? I thought it was a classy thing, as they should. He's their star. They should applaud him. But I'm really beginning to wonder, outside the people in that arena and LeBron fans, I wonder how many people actually care. Here's the reason why I'm saying this. I get this sense that when other players hit certain milestones, it was celebrated more. It seemed to be more of an organic celebration. Whereas when LeBron is doing these things, it usually only seems to be his fans and something that the media is pushing. That's the sense. I could be wrong. Because going through the internet yesterday and today, I don't see too many people really celebrate. I see a lot of people saying, I don't care, which is weird. Because you would think with the way he's marketed that there would be this groundswell of support and happiness and joy. Like, oh my God, LeBron just broke the record. And I'm not seeing that. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe some people be like, oh, you a hater. That's the reason why. But I really don't see it. Because what I think is happening is, even though he just had an incredible individual achievement, it's being watered down by the fact that the Lakers are not winning. There's something else that also occurred to me. And I was listening to Charles Barkley say this the other day. Do you realize, I want you guys to think about this for a second. Do you realize that these LeBron-led Lakers teams, 3 of the last 4 years, technically have not even been playoff teams? Do you realize that the Lakers actually missed the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years, or 2 of the last 3 years? Some people say, but what makes you say that? They just invented the play-in tournament less than 5 years ago. Before that, there was no play-in tournament. So if you're the 9th seed, if you're the 10th seed, you're not making the playoffs. You're not. And if I think about the amalgamation of talent that LeBron has had, that's also pretty surprising, because he's played with a lot of Hall of Famers to not even be a competitive team to even make the play. Had there not been the play-in tournament, those teams don't even make them. I don't remember what seed they were last year. Maybe they were 8 or 9. I don't know. But a lot of these teams are not playoff teams. If we remove the concept of the play-in tournament, which was just invented, the Lakers are not even a playoff team. They're not. So we also got to keep that into we got to keep that in perspective when we're comparing him against other great players later in their careers. The Lakers aren't even really a playoff team, and they've had a pretty considerable amount of talent. The Lakers have a lot of talent, even on this roster. They have talent, a lot of it. You have LeBron, you have Anthony Davis, you have Reeves, you have D'Angelo Russell, you have Rui Hachimura. These are talented guys, and nevertheless, they just for whatever reason, they can't seem to get it together. But last night was pretty hilarious, because at the end of all of that celebration and hype and all of that stuff, the Lakers got humiliated. And the Denver Nuggets, man, the Denver Nuggets don't care, man. They don't care. You would have thought, like, well, this is their night. They was like, nah, we not letting you have no W. We going to embarrass you on your foot. Bro, it was You saw the game. They were totally outclassed in that game, but that's the Denver Nuggets. You saw the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. He was on a totally different level. And Jamal Murray and these guys, it was absolutely, sensational. So it's hilarious to me, man. It's hilarious. After all that hype and all that stuff, they go out there and drop a big L. But nothing new. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you all on the next show.